Hello everybody and welcome to Exploring a Call of Duty multiplayer map. Today we're going to be taking a look at a classic Black Ops 2 launch map. The map we're going to be looking at today is the classic launch map Slums, which is a rundown section of Panama with great close quarters engagements and tough chokes to fight over. This is one of the all-time classic Black Ops maps. It's been remade, I believe, two times, once in Black Ops 4 and another time in Black Ops Cold War. It's become a fan favorite, and we're going to go on the map, take a look around, see the little details around the map, and just reminisce about this classic launch experience. So here we are on the classic Black Ops 2 launch map Slums. And of course, this map is one of the all-time favorites, mine included. I absolutely love this map, have a lot of really great memories, especially on free-for-all. This map plays especially well in all game modes, especially in domination with the 3 flag points and the B flag being put in the very center of the map. So yeah, let's take a look around the map, just kind of explore, reminisce, and see if we can find any hidden details along the way. Obviously, we have one of the back team spawns right here with the classic little fountain area right here that you can jump up onto. I remember this is where a lot of the holdouts during infection matches would take place. I remember everyone would just hold out in this final little area right here, and there'd be tomahawks flying all over the place. Really, really cool. So if we notice here, we have one of the American paramilitary vehicles, which is used in the campaign. You see these at the beginning of the campaign. David Mason and his crew hop out of one of these. So it's pretty obvious that, judging because this is on Panama as well. The location that this map takes place on is in Panama. So it's pretty obvious that the American military presence is here, and they were under fire from probably either some local militia or maybe even some Cortes Dia mercenaries. We see this little destroyed police car from outside, so it's pretty obvious that Cortes Dia started to take over this area here, cause some ruckus. I think this destroyed police car gives a good indication that the local authorities were not able to deal with it, so then they called in the United States military that was probably stationed nearby. We have the classic little laundromat area here with the with lots and lots of spewing water and whatnot, and some nice little details. It's pretty obvious that when the gunfight is starting, everyone dropped their clothes and ran. So now let's take a look onto this side here. I love this little cut through area right here and how they have these walls that kind of stick in a little bit to provide some more cover, because this was definitely Sniper Alley in the multiplayer, if anyone remembers that. A little couch that you can actually jump and sit on right here. And of course you have these little side paths you can kind of duck into. And I do like how they have this sort of heads glitch spot that looks over the inside of the spawn here. But also you have this wall which protects somebody from running in from the laundromat and giving a good flank. So let's move on over to the center part here. And obviously we have a destroyed American vehicle, which is pretty clear that the streets have been kind of sectioned and cordoned off, maybe directly. You see that the tire marks kind of indicated this vehicle like swerved. It was probably destroyed by maybe an RPG or some sort like that. And then this vehicle was also destroyed, and then obviously these two cars rolled in after the explosions took place. So let's move on to this middle area right here, which is the grave site. And man, so many so many back and forth positions would be taking place right here. Lots and lots of gunfire between LMGs and snipers. So, AKA, I avoided going down this center path right here. Over on this side, we have another destroyed vehicle, most likely done by Cortes Dia, or possibly even some American retaliation when they started to come on through here. We see that one of the little banners has been shot and taken down here, so obviously lots of bullets were whizzing by and lots of action took place. I always like how Treyarch, whenever they have a classic three-lane map design like this, they add like multiple mini lanes within the three-lane structure, because we have this very memorable little mechanic shop right here, which is sectioned off into two little buildings. I do remember that a hardpoint location was in this building in the hardpoint game mode, and that was very hectic. Lots of people jumping through windows and hucking grenades and stuff like that. But we also have this little side path right here, which goes into the back of the mechanic shop. Again, just adding another little layer of depth and having more than three ways into the building. So here we have another little memorial site right here, which is where the majority of people would be rushing to get away from the center map. And of course, we have the classic Treyarch circular building structure design, with which they love to have in a lot of their multiplayer maps. This circular sort of angled center building platform right here, it really does add a very interesting dynamic to the way that the action in the center of the map is placed. It's kind of shaped like a square or a rectangle in a way. So a lot of the action is sort of directed very interestingly from different angles. When you come out from this angle right here, you're exposed from these two. When you come out from that angle, you're exposed from those two. It's very interesting how it plays out. And I do remember that if you manage to rush up and get into here and get on this little top position here, if you knew which side the enemies were spawning at, you could definitely use this center statue for some really nice cover. Another destroyed vehicle right here, which is pretty interesting. We have a nice little gate with some stone benches right there that have kind of been pushed into a certain position there, probably for defense. Now let's move on to this side of the map, and of course we have lots and lots of fires going on here. It appears that lots and lots of grenades have gone off. We have another destroyed police car, giving more indication that the local authorities were trying to deal with the situation, and it kind of got out of hand. It could have been it could have just been a sort of a riot or a rebellion against the local government. And the Americans came in to provide some militaristic support. Just hop into this little area right here. I do remember there's a lot of people were to sit and crouch in this little corner and wait for people to come out of the spawn areas. And the placement of this dumpster is so very interesting, because it adds a lot more dynamics in the lines of sight than you would think. Because if someone's coming around this corner right here, they're lower elevation, so the stairs kind of obscure their body, and they could easily take out somebody who was sort of watching here and didn't realize the spawns had flipped. So this provides some good cover from those who are trying to get behind. But if you stand here behind the dumpster to watch from either that side or this side, you're exposed from a different angle. So none of the head glitches provide, two overpowered locations. You have this little spot that overlooks the backside of that team's spawn. And of course we have another dumpster that provides sort of like the same basic idea of cover, where it kind of protects you from this angle, or it can protect you from this angle, but if you stand here and watch there, you're exposed from there and here. If you watch here, you're exposed from there and there. So again, it's all about counterbalancing and sort of, weighing out your options of what is the best route to take. And of course, we have a lot of the action directed in through here. And unlike the destroyed glass, giving you a good indication that, oh, hey, someone's running through here. This has been a place that people have come through and definitely shot from. And of course, the line of sight that looks over the B flag. I do remember that there was also another hardpoint location in here, and I believe there also was a headquarters location, or maybe an S&D bomb site inside of this building. So again, a lot of objective game modes really took advantage of all the different locations on this map. I think they did a really good job of using the playable space well. So now let's move back into the back side of this team spawn, which it has a very different vibe from the other side. The other side spawn was very bright and colorful, but the way that the buildings kind of place themselves and have this awning right here, it gives it more dark, dingy, and more downtrodden part of the map, which I guess is appropriate because the map is indeed entitled Slums. have over here another street that looks down that way, and as you can see, there's more smoke going on over there. So it's a big indication that the fighting kind of progressed throughout the city and then moved into this general area right here. We have two more destroyed cars, another destroyed police vehicle, and of course we have this little back area that's kind of protected from the lines of sight. And some nice little Oasis restaurant tables. And this is one of the all-time classic spawn head glitches. Hopping up right here, getting a perfect line of sight of both ways. This is a good way to defend if you have either a care package coming in, if you threw it right down there, you knew the people were coming from this way, because every time you throw a care package, everyone on the map just suddenly automatically knows where you are, and it's a good indication that you should, hop up here and throw it into this location. I think you can also climb up on this as well. Yes, you can. So again, good lines of sight, good protection, and a good area to be. But of course, you're not going to be safe from the lodestar or any other aerial kill streaks that will come for you. And it's very interesting. I don't remember many people ever using this little side path right here. It's kind of like, it has a very interesting vibe because it has like the sun shining through. It's very dark. If you stand all the way up against the wall, you're a little more obscured visually from the other sides of the map, but most of the action is directing towards the center, and I don't remember anybody ever really camping or hiding in these little archways right here. I mean, prove me if wrong in the comments if you remember anyone that would like camp here, or heck, if even you camped here. But I don't remember ever even running into this little side path very often, because if somebody is watching this way right here and you want to push up forward, you just use this head glitch to counter shoot them, or you just go the other direction because there's better cover. I mean, obviously you have this awning here, you have this entire wall, you have, the dumpsters, and a lot of different ways to protect yourself. And running down the big open street over here is really not the smartest idea. But of course, you then again have this little side path here, and this one was definitely used, especially when you knew that somebody was going to be sniping or coming in from that direction. Definitely hiding right here in this little corner, waiting until they come past, or even popping out and try to get some shots out of somebody who was just spawning. So again, the flow of the map and all the different head glitches, none of them are overpowered, because if you were to put yourself on any of these head glitches, you'd be exposed from different angles in the back. It's all about knowing the spawns, knowing when the spawns are going to flip, and basically knowing the game flow of the map. And once you do that, I mean, Slums just clicks perfectly well, and it's probably why it's one of the best and well-remembered maps from Black Ops 2. Another really cool thing is that a lot of Black Ops 2 maps have certain areas that once you get kind of stuck in, it becomes a little difficult. If somebody is holding down lines of sight, or if they're trying to camp different ways and archways, Treyarch always adds little extra paths. And I love this one right here, where you can kind of jump up and climb over the wall right here. This is one of the very few times that center maps have like a sort of a, like get out of line or get out of danger sort of climb over areas, and it's really interesting that not many people remember this, and I actually almost forgot about it myself. But no, this is definitely good, especially for objective game modes, because no one's going to expect you to just hop over the wall like this and rush onto the B flag. So very interesting, and there's lots of Treyarch maps that have little Easter eggs and secret little jump and climb spots like this. So that was taking a look, exploring, and reminiscing about the classic Slums map. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment other maps that I should take a look at down below.